I just snapped and I went in the house, I grabbed the knife and I stabbed his ass.
All right, so welcome to Mogul State of Mind. Who we got with us here today?
It is the infamous BUNZ 4EVER. Yes.
Infamous.
Porn star, now rapper, / money getting bitch. You all know me. And if you don't, Google me.
For sure. So you like Baby D, you sell dope and braid hair all out the same house.
I mean, hey, if you know, you know.
So for those that don't, so let's jump into where are you from? So I looked online, I saw that you grew up in Dallas.
Originally, I'm from Houston.
Okay.
I went back and forth from Longview, Texas, so I do claim East Texas as well. I was a Lobo for, a while.
Okay.
And then I've been here in Dallas since I was 17.
Okay, got you. Got you. Okay, shout out to the Lobos then. Yeah, so when you came out here to Dallas, what high school did you go to?
I didn't go to high school out here.
Okay.
I had already had my GED. I was done with that.
Okay.
When I came out here, shit, I was at Horror Bodies at Arlington, dancing. Horror Bodies by Peeping Toms. Let's get to the bag.
Okay, you was getting straight to it.
I went straight to it.
All right. So what got you into to dancing? What got you into dancing?
What gets anybody into money?
Yeah.
Shit. Needed to work. Had to work.
Okay.
Had to get to it. I started dancing early in life, so I've been on my own for a minute, so I had to get to it.
Got you. So like, what was your upbringing like?
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, we get down. We going. What that? Take me through there. Take me through there.
What we doing? Okay. Well, my upbringing was a little rough, I guess you could say. I teetered from like a good traditional Southern Baptist type of family to, it was a time when, my father wasn't the best person, I guess you could say. He, had issues with drugs. Mother as well, so I've had issues in and out of the system, being abused, all that, the fucking regular motherfucking story of half those bitches in the game.
I feel it's the typical story, but at the end of the day, it's your story, So I'm not gonna accept that surface level. So
I know it's a fucking weird ass. It was a weird night. I don't want to talk. It was a weird night. Then you why you want to make me cry and shit?
So we're here. So if your story, it's
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't want to talk about it? Mm-mm. Okay, we'll move on.
Oh, cut the cameras already. Oh God.
See, what you thought I was just gonna bring you on some messy shit?
Well, I know. I ain't gonna lie. You wanna know something? Everybody that pulls me into an interview just goes straight into porn or like you shot with Pinky. Nobody has ever asked me no real questions about myself. Nobody in any interview. And I've interviewed with a lot, a few people. I really just started doing more interviews because of the music. I never really got into interviews before because I didn't want to. I don't like people, in my business. But since I started doing the music, they you gotta open up, you gotta be, transparent, you gotta talk to people, because I really don't like people. I like to just I'm like a hermit a little bit.
Yeah, just make more money and get the fuck on. Mm-hmm. But you gotta be transparent, because one thing about it is, you have fans, you have people, and even though you may not feel comfortable sharing their story, the more people can kind of feel your energy and they can resonate with you. You know what I mean? That's how you build fans,
You're right.
All right.
Okay, let's roll with it.
So we gonna dive into it, and this so now what I'm hearing is this is a first time exclusive interview. We getting the story behind Buns 4EVER. So what's your government name? Can we go? Can you tell?
Alexia.
Okay, cool. So this is the Alexia story. That's what we talking about here. So. All right, so are you comfortable with doing it?
I guess so. I'll say this. I have a certain perception I guess it's a persona, right, that I put out there of just this hard, you know, selling, porn, OnlyFans, give me my money, asshole. I don't really get, get,
You keep it surface level.
yeah.
Transactional.
And so I guess that's like how people just kind of come at me a lot of times. And so it's easy for me to coast. It's just like that for me, even in life. So let's just do it. Let's go on and come on. I'm on the couch.
You on the couch. And so
Oprah me.
Let's get it. So that's the whole thing. This is mogul state of mind.
Okay.
So it's about the state of the mind behind the mogul. So we want to take a deep dive into you as a person. We can get into that messy shit for sure. We're going to do that too. But it's kind of to paint the whole picture. Mm-hmm. All right. So your upbringing was your parents were addicted to drugs. It was kind of a rough upbringing. So can you dive into it about us? Tell us your story.
Like I said, originally born in Houston. I come from it's crazy because, I came in the beginning, my family, my dad, he come from, a little money. And so life was good at first, and, gymnastics, private school, etc. And I don't know what the fuck. These motherfuckers just went off the fucking deep end. I'm talking about my goddamn parents. Yeah. Life was good one day. And then about 6 or 7, maybe 8, life just fell the fuck apart. We're fucking poor. I'm being drugged to Longview, with my granny. And then I ended up going back to my parents and, my father molested me. And so, my mother, she was just out of it. She really didn't handle it, I think, how a mother should handle it. But my grandmother did. My grandmother is my rock. Ruby Session, I love you. She's my rock. She took me in, she took care of me, but the damage was done when she got me. And I was far gone, I ain't gonna lie. I was just, by 11, I was tatted up and I just was in the streets. And I in and out of juvenile. I spent maybe a couple years in juvie, in and out of mental facilities because, of course, I'm the problem, after years of abuse. And just in and out of mental facilities and diagnosed and medicated and about, I'll say, 13. I got out at about 13, 14. My mother was sober. She married this pastor. If you ever see this, he's a bitch. And he used to torture my brother. My brother was 5. He used to just give my brother a hard time. And one day, we came home and my brother, he's 5, he's beating on the door. He done locked my brother outside the house. And he's beating on the door. And I just snapped and I went in the house, I grabbed the knife and I stabbed his ass. And my mama and them, of course they called the police, I went to jail. Juvie, they come and get me. And I remember I'm like, F y'all, I'm not going nowhere with y'all. You just, you choose your niggas. You choose your men over your kids too much, bro. I can't. And that was the last day that I stayed with my mom. I ran the away at 13. And I was in the streets. First I went to Dallas, and it's so crazy. I don't even want to say who took me to Dallas, but some, famous rappers at the time. Houston rappers at the time, they was in East Texas, and I was at the club, and I was like, I saw an opening to get the And I got in the car with their ass and I was gone, baby. And they took me to Dallas, then they took me to Houston. And from there, it was a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster of mostly bad, some good, but all of it made me who I am today. So, yeah.
Gotcha.
It was a lot.
No, for sure. Yeah.